Ronald Bell, one of the founders of the band Kool and the Gang, has died at the age of 68. He started the group with his brother in 1964 and was behind some of their biggest hits, including Celebration, Jungle Boogie and, of course, this one, Fresh. The singer's death was confirmed by his publicist, who said the star had passed away at his home in the US Virgin Islands with his wife by his side. Kool and the Gang were one of the biggest bands of the 70s and even won a Grammy for their work, which was used on the film Saturday Night Fever. And there were warm words and tributes to a great of the acting world too, following the death of Dame Diana Rigg at the age of 82. Dame Diana was a star of stage, TV and film and could turn her hand to pretty much any role, from drama to comedy and James Bond. Her first major international success was as the action-loving Emma Peel in The Avengers, and she went on to star in Game of Thrones and more recently in the remake of All Creatures Great and Small. Juliette Bremner looks back at her brilliant career.
It was the role which catapulted Diana Rigg to fame. As the sexy, sassy Emma Peel, an equal to Patrick Macnee's Steed.
Good morning, Mrs. Peel.
Good morning, Steed. The door's open.
She was as much an icon of the swinging 1960s as the Beatles or the Mini.
Social visit?
She married George Lazenby's 007.
You know I haven't given you a wedding present yet?
I had an idea about that. 3 girls, 3 boys.
Although she was shot dead, she was the only actor to ever take the title Mrs. Bond.
Darling, now we have...
Today, George Lazenby posted this picture of them together. I'm so sad to hear of the death of Diana Rigg. As my new bride, Tracy Bond, I wept for her loss. Now, upon hearing of Dame Diana's death, I weep again. Equally at ease in classical roles, here opposite Laurence Olivier in Shakespeare's King Lear, Diana Rigg showed her great versatility as a performer.
I am made of that self-metal as my sister.
Firing mechanism, Doctor. Mr. Sweet and I were too smart for you after all.
Just let your daughter go, Mrs. Gilliflower.
In this episode of Doctor Who, she and her daughter Rachel, who followed in her mother's footsteps, acted together.
It is no matter, for you killed me a long time ago.
Today, Rachel revealed her mother had been diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. But she added that she spent her last months joyfully reflecting on her extraordinary life. To a younger generation, she will be best remembered as Lady Olenna Tyrell in Game of Thrones, a matriarch with an acerbic aside or a wise word.
I was good. I was very, very good.
Channeling a don't give a damn spirit, Dame Diana was still hard at work in her 80s.
The doctor said I must drink more water.
Mrs. Pumphrey.
Despite her death, she'll still be seen in All Creatures Great and Small. But despite more than half a century on stage and screen, to many she will forever be the iconic action girl with the husky voice and captivating smile.
The fabulous Dame Diana Rigg, who died this morning. Very sad. That's it for now. Tom's here at 10, but for me and all the team, have a good evening. Bye-bye.